Hello everyone, welcome to my channel which is Build Your Knowledge. Today I will discuss about the topic of understanding diversity. We will learn about meaning of diversity, types of diversity, diversity in India, historical and geographical factors, features of Ladakh and Kerala, relationship between Ladakh and Kerala and unity in diversity. So the first subtopic is meaning of diversity. It means understanding that each individual is unique and recognizing our individual differences. These can be along the dimensions of race, gender, sexual orientation, socio-economic status, age, physical abilities, religious beliefs, political beliefs, or other ideologies. Basically, understand the individual uniqueness and differences because every individual is different from each other and diversity is identified through these dimensions like gender, race, sexual orientation, socioeconomic status, religious beliefs, and political beliefs. Next subtopic is types of diversity. Basically, these are several types of diversity available in the world, but we are discussing some types like occupation, values and attitudes, skills, personality traits, and abilities. Because every individual has different types of personalities which emphasize diversity among the people. Then diversity in India, which creates differentiation among several aspects and criteria like food, language, festivals, and religions of peoples. Historical and geographical factors influence the diversity of a region, basically, which is included in the NCERT social science book, and the main two regions which emphasize the diversity, Ladakh and Kerala. Features of Ladakh. Ladakh is a desert in the mountains in the eastern part of Jammu and Kashmir. Very little agriculture is possible here since this region does not receive any rain and it is covered in snow for a large part of the year. For drinking water, people depend on the melting snow during the summer months. People here keep sheep, and sheep in this region are special because they produce pashmina wool. This wool is prized and pashmina's shawls cost lot of money. So basically it in the eastern part of Jammu and Kashmir very little agriculture is possible because lack of rain proficiency and it is covered from snow. For drinking purpose, people depend on melting snow and people keep sheep because sheep produce pashmina wool and pashmina shawls cost lot of money. The people eat meat and milk products like cheese and butter, and each family owns some goat, cows, and yak cows. Being a desert did not mean that Ladakh did not attract its share of traders. It was considered a good trade route as it had many passes through which caravans traveled to what is today called Tibet. These caravans carried textiles and spices, raw milk, and carpets. Ladakh is also called Little Tibet. Islam was introduced in this region more than 400 years ago, and there is a significant Muslim population here. So basically, eating purpose, people eat meat, milk products like cheese and butter. For trading purpose, it was considered a good trade like textiles, spices, raw milk, and carpets. And the most important thing, Ladakh is also called Little Tibet. Move on to the another topic, which is functions and features of Kerala. Kerala is a state in the southwest corner of India. It is surrounded by the sea on one side and on the other hand hills. A number of spices like pepper, cloves and cardamoms are grown on the hills. It is spices that made this region an attractive place for traders. Jewish and Arab traders were the first to come here. The apostle of Christ, St. Thomas, is believed to have come here nearly 2000 years ago, and he is credited with bringing Christianity to India. People of Kerala practice different religions such as Judaism, Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, and Buddhism. Basically, Kerala in southwest corner of India, pepper, cloves, and cardamoms are famous spices grown here. And Christ St. Thomas credited to bring Christianity to India. People of Kerala practices different cultures and religions such as Judaism, Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, and Buddhism. The fishing nets used here look exactly like the Chinese fishing nets and are called China wala. Even utensils used for frying is called the China chatti, and it is believed that the word Chin could have come from China. The fertile land and climate are suited to growing rice, and a majority of people here eat rice, fish, and vegetables. So, fishing nets, which is used for fishing, are known as China wala, and their utensils are called China chatti. And the word Chin basically they believed come from China. Fertility of land and fertile land and climate of Kerala basically useful for growing rice. Move on to the another topic, which is relationship between Kerala and Ladakh. We already discussed about the features of Kerala and Ladakh. There are some similarities and differences among both the regions. While Kerala and Ladakh are quite different in terms of their geographical features, the history of both regions has been similar cultural influences. Both regions were influenced by Chinese and Arab traders. It was the geography of Kerala which allowed for the cultivation of spices and the special geographical location of Ladakh and its wool that drew traders to these regions. Basically, differences among both the regions, Kerala and Ladakh, depend on geographical features, and similarities of both the regions depend on cultural influences. Move on to the last subtopic, unity in diversity. India's diversity has always been recognized as a source of its strength. When the British ruled India, women and men from different cultural, religious, and regional backgrounds came together to oppose them. India's freedom movements had thousands of people of different backgrounds in it. Basically, the main aim of unity in diversity is becoming source of its strength. So diversity and differentiation are available in society, but when it come as whole and work as a team against anything, it's automatically become the unity in diversity. Jawaharlal Nehru perspectives regarding unity in diversity. Basically, Jawaharlal Nehru was the first Prime Minister of India. He well said that it was something deeper and within its fold, and the widest tolerance of belief and custom was practiced, and even variety acknowledged and even encouraged. It was Nehru who coined the phrase unity in diversity and described the country. Thank you everyone. I hope you like my video. Please like, share, subscribe my channel, build your knowledge, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.